Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is my top 10 ultra rares out of the Reign of Kaiju Godzilla booster box set for Universus. It just came out on March 13th. We've had about a couple weeks to play with these cards, a little more if you went to Worlds. And these are just my general thoughts on the top 10. These are not in any order. My favorite Ultra in the set's Thermal Flame. I think that's the best one Ultra in the set, maybe followed by Monster vs. Machine. But we're going to get into the cards. I tried to do a tier list, and then my entire tier list just evaporated because the page reset, because Tier Maker is a piece of crap website. Yep. Anywho, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. We got Angurious Ball, 8 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 5 low for 7. Breaker 1, EX3, Fury Slam. This attack gets -1 difficulty for each power token in your stage, -4. Response after this attack deals damage, draw a card on the Chaos, Earth, and Fire symbols. It's very Walk the Dog coded to where you get minus difficulty. It doesn't have like that huge damage boost that you get off the powerful 3, but if you have power tokens, you want speed though, right? You want to be able to dump your power tokens onto it and then EX with all your momentum, you know, and just be able to just really punish your rival. Also, you get to draw a card if it hits. A lot of people call it, like, the reason why it's so Walk the Dog coded because it has a lot of the same properties. It has like a 3 keyword for speed instead of damage. It gets minus difficulty based on stuff. And then it also draws a card. So this draws a card on hit, not just for free, and not for multiple copies. So in a way, Walk the Dog's a little bit better, but Fire and Earth kind of get similarly coded cards, which is kind of nice. Next up is Bladed Uppercut, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 high for 4, +1 mid block, EX2 Frenzy, powerful 2, stun 1, Fury Punch weapon. Blitz if your rival has 15 or less health. Each of its attacks keywords get +1 to its rating. So EX3, powerful 3, stun 1. On a 4 diff is just crazy. You have Frenzy, so you can either lead with this to get those really, really nice keywords, or you can play this later in a chain to give it +1/+1 for every attack blocked. Plus, if your rival's taken some damage, you get extra powerful EX and stun. It just packs a very good punch. I could see like a Mikasa 1 playing it. Obviously, Geigens are going to be playing this card. That's his card. It's just any kind of like weapon Fury coded character are going to definitely want to play this. I'd love to see Frenzy on stuff. I think Frenzy is probably is a underused keyword. I know you don't want Frenzy on everything because then people are not going to be incentivized to block so much. But yeah, it's really, really sweet. This card's great. Next up is Blasting Off, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 3 mid block, 5 mid 5. EX2, powerful 2, deadlock stun 3 tech. Response after you play a keyword ability, we draw a card. Obviously, Kiryu 1, we get to just draw a card every time we discard a card out of our hand to use these keywords. Also, it gives us +2 speed, +2 damage while doing so. Christas of the World, Unite, you just give it stun 1, draw a card for free for using counters. Don't do this, users. Get to discard a card, give it stun, rebuy that card back. I really think the worst thing on this card is its block mod, but it's totally worth it. The dividends just pay off. This card's a good lead-in, a good finisher. It has deadlock pressure. It refills your hand. It's such a great tech piece, if you will. Ha ha ha. It being a tech card, I just think it's one of those great cards that we can use in almost any deck. Next up is Corona Beam. Hey, beer man, give me a beer. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 5 high for 6, +1 high block, breaker 1. If the check to play this card was modified, add 1 power token to your stage. Blitz, commit up to 2 power tokens. Seal a rival foundation for each power token committed this way. So it's a really nice utility piece on a 5 diff. It can get bigger if we have, power tokens. It is a great +1 breaker block. There's not a whole lot to say about this card that hasn't been said that I'm going to say about all the rest of the cards. That these cards are really, really utility-wise, they're great. Defensively, they have really neat defensive properties. Their offensive properties are even better. Like this one gets to seal stuff, so you take away your damage to seal their to set up the rest of your turn. So they can't use like a moment of normalcy, a card draw piece, a speed hate piece. It just allows you to just really push offense onto your rival. Next up is Bug Bite, 3 difficulty, 3 check, 0 high block. 1 high for 5. Blitz, add 1 card from your discard pile to the top of your deck. And then response, spend 1 momentum. After you block with this card, ready your character. Obviously, this is Mothra coded. Really honest on air, you could play this in Rodan 1 and ready your character on block to resculpt the top of your deck for a momentum, which seems not that hard to do. And then Rodan 1 can also, and Mothra 2, I guess, and Mothra 1 as well. Yeah, you could also do that. It's pretty good as well. You get to bump the speed up in it, right? And then offensively, you get to blitz, add 1 card from your discard pile to the top of your deck. So if you have any draw, or if you want to make sure you check a 5 or a 6, you can do that. It's great. This card's, I'm kind of poo-pooing on this because I don't like the speed, but I think the overall utility of this card really overlays and bumps this card up to actual real good, like good tier listies, I guess, like a like in a tier list fashion. You would want this card. It's one of the better ultra rares in the set. Now the only secret rare on my top 10 is Destructive Heat Ray. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 5 low for 3, Fury ranged, Blitz. Add 2 power tokens to your stage. Flip 1 rival foundation with difficulty less than the number of power tokens in your stage. Hey, what's up, Dragon Impact? Or Dragon Strike? Yeah, Dragon Strike. Response after this attack deals damage, ready 1 foundation. So this really allows us to buy back any foundations on hit if we've committed any. So let's say we check a 4 on this as our first move and our rival takes it. We get to ready that back. If we check a 5 on a 6, blah, blah, blah. We get to really buy back a foundation. The real perk to this card is getting free power tokens and then flipping a piece in our rival stage. Difficulty less than the number of our power tokens. So we have to make sure we have 3 to flip a 2, 4 to flip a 3, and so on and so forth. Zeros will always be free, and then 1s will also always be free. It's just you have to work for the other ones. But the only thing that's really deceptive is the 3 damage for this move. If you have a character that can just give damage, or you have if you have a power token generating character, it actually becomes very scary. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, is the 5 low 6, Angirius is the 6 low 5, and so on and so forth. Titan of Terror, you get to play this for free at the end of a string, which is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but yeah, it's a cool card. It's very good. You're gonna want 4 of it. It's awesome that it's one of the local championship promos. The other promo is on this list too. But yeah, like this, I'm really glad this is going to be very accessible for people in a promo form, even though it's a top 8 only. I know there might be some lower attended LCs that people are going to be able to take advantage of, so that's great. Next up is Frenzied Dive. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 2 high for 5, EX2, powerful 2, and Fury. While this card is in your card pool, your attacks get 1 speed, and you may sacrifice power tokens as though you were spending momentum to pay costs for EX abilities. Blitz, commit, and seal 1 rival asset or foundation. So off the bat, this reminds me of the enhance on Fast Hybrid Chimera Kraken. You get an additional speed to this move, so it's a 3 high 5. You can crack your power tokens to pay for EX to make it faster, and then crack your momentum for powerful to really dome your rival. Yeah, that commit and seal 1 rival asset or foundation, man, that's great. With the advent of rotation and void, losing Hacker Extraordinaires kind of refills that gap. And same thing with Air losing Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken. This kind of fills that gap too. Even though it's for lower stats, but it's for a lower difficulty. So, and we're always gonna have momentum anyways. So yeah, Now, one of my favorite ultra rares in the set is Monster versus Machine. 3 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 3 mid for 3, Breaker 2, Powerful 2, Ranged Tech, Commit, Blitz, commit 1 rival asset or foundation. If your rival has 10 or more foundations, we get to freeze it. So late game, it becomes a point and click and freeze. On Blitz, we just get to commit any piece we want. This card is a great lead-in. It's a great finisher because it has powerful 2. Also, just if you hit your rival, you just get to get a power token, which is kind of nice. If you could stack damage on this, like a Nagaruki, or maybe like Batra off of order, you get to do that. That's very cool. I'm trying to think if there's any other cool characters that get to do this with this. Oh yeah, you could go Kiryu 1 off of order. I believe he has order. Yes, because blasting off his Kiryu symbol, so he has order. And then like even like a Krista, this is not terrible because you get a Breaker 2 block you can recycle, which is really nice, and it gives you a little bit of a lower difficulty attack just to attack your rival. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. I love this card, and its alt art connects the art because it's Mecha Godzilla on the other side, which is really cool. Now for the last two, are some of the in my eyes, the most wanted ultra rares in the set. Starting with Thermal Flame. This has my vote as best ultra rare in the set, as just generically good. It's like you can put it into any deck. You don't need it to be tailored. You don't need to be power token coded. You don't need to be X, Y, and Z. Sure, you get -1 difficulty if a foundation was destroyed, but your rival can just sacrifice a foundation to do a thing, and then it's online. So Thermal Flame, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, 5 high for 4, Echo Frenzy ranged. Echo Frenzy seems crazy to me that they put those two keywords together. Static attack gets -1 difficulty if a rival foundation was destroyed this turn, and then this attack cannot be partially blocked. So having Echo and Frenzy is very cool. So like you can throw this at the end of a string, and you can get the Frenzy applied, and then if they block that part, you can Echo it and Frenzy it. You can Echo, and then the Frenzy triggers again because they blocked the first copy. So it just gets bigger on that. Like even as a lead-in, it's a 5 difficulty, 5 high 4 that can't be partialed. If you could stack some damage on it, and they try to block it, Echo, whatever, it just seems very good. It's a very awesome, just all-around piece to use. It's good at the beginning of a string, the middle of a string, the ending of a string. It's just, and plus it can't be partially blocked, means that it gets around a lot of those +1 breaker mid blocks, Sacred Guardian, the other Mothra action that says they don't take any damage. They add a power token. They just can't block with those cards because it can't be partially blocked. And if you don't change the zone to mid, you're fine. You can go to low though. That's always good. Or if you think they have mids, then you can just change it to, if you think they have highs and lows, then you just change it to a mid and they can't block it, which is cool. And then to round out my top 10 list is Queen of the Monsters, no joke. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, 4 high for 7, charge ranged. Blitz, spend a momentum, add 1 foundation from your discard pile to your card pool and draw a card. And then Blitz, build 1 card from your card pool, face up or face down. So during a string, this is basically, obviously it's a 6 difficulty move, because you're going to have a move before it, and then you're going to want to build that down face down or face up, depending if it's a foundation or not. There's going to be a lot of like rejuvenating Smash-esque plays where you lead with a foundation, you play this on a 6, and hope you don't check a 3. It allows you to just build down a foundation, or you can just build an attack face down, which is really cool because off of good, you get Sisenho. And then you can build down the attack, have this, play the Sisenho, pick up the attack you just played, or if you play another Queen of Monsters, you can build the other Queen of Monsters, and then pick up the Queen of Monsters with the Sisenho, and then you can like kind of rinse and repeat depending on how many, if you have 2 copies of each. I think it's almost like not an infinite loop, but it's a kind of a weird gimmicky loop that, Your rival's either taken 4 or 7 over and over again. But you get to clear your card pool for progressive. For a momentum, you get to draw a card and tutor your best foundation out of your discard pile. Then you can just build it. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a solidly statted 5 diff. And it's another promo, right? Like it's a participation promo for the local championships, so it should be very easy to find copies of this card, which is really good. Which is another reason why I made my list, is because if you go to every LC you get, granted they're not over 32 players, you will get a copy of Queen of the Monsters. So it's very cool. So guys, this is my top 10 list for the ultra rares in Rise of Kaiju, the Reign of Kaiju. Or Rise of Kaiju. It's Reign of Kaiju. Yeah. Why did I say it's Rise? So weird. I have to check now. I'm checking right now. Hold, please. It's Reign of Kaiju, like I thought. I knew it was. I don't know why I was debating. But yeah, like, these are some of the coolest cards in the set. These are some of the best ultra rares in the set. And obviously, I included my favorite ultra rare, period, which is Thermal Flame. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I right? Am I crazy? I probably am. I don't know. It's good. Everyone looks at cards differently, so it's really cool. Let's have a discussion in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit those bells for notifications. And until the next one, take care.